welcome in to the Phenom Focus as we talk with a lot of the players, coaches, recruits, everything like that. Talking about some of the latest news going around the country with some of these prospects here. Today, I got in one of the fastest rising, a player that you've been seeing a ton of offers coming his way. A pretty busy guy, I would say, for James Graham. I got here. James, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. James is a 2021 6'8" prospect from Nicolet High School. As you can tell on his social media and everything, he's been one of the hottest prospects, I would say, in the country. Just a lot of high majors and everything like that. Before we get into your recruitment and everything there, I just wanted to start off, how has everything been kind of going on during this time, especially with the quarantine and everything? What's been kind of going on with you?
Yep. So pretty much in quarantine, it's giving me a lot of time to focus on my game and hone in on my body. So I've changed a lot of things with diet, how much time I'm working out, when I'm resting, and things like that. So, I'm really focusing on my body, and I'm really focusing on, really honing into my skills.
With this off season coming on and everything like that, what have you kind of been looking to improve with your game, or are there some little facets of your game that you've been really trying to focus on right now?
I've been working like crazy on my ball handling to make sure I'm a capable ball handler, bringing the ball up, pushing in transition. Everybody knows I can shoot the ball. Everybody knows I can dunk. Everybody knows I can defend. But the biggest weakness in my game right now is how I handle the ball. So I'm really working on that, and I've really been training. I've been working really hard. I'm more of a 2-3 now than ever. So I've really been working at that.
Now, looking back at this past season here, you had a tremendous season. You averaged 20 points per game. You had a jump, I would say, from your sophomore season when you averaged 6.5 to now 20 a game this year. What kind of rise, or what did you kind of see, or how did your game just kind of overall come together from your sophomore year to your junior year?
Yeah, so my sophomore year, I went to Nicolet. I played with Jamari Sibley and Jalen Johnson. So, it wasn't a lot of ball going around.
Yeah.
But, we won a state championship, so it was all worth it. But, my junior year, came into it just off a state championship win. Everybody was, like, oh, Nicolet, they're not it no more. They lost their two best guys. And, I kind of kept Nicolet on top. I had a really good season. I got the ball a lot more. Usage rate went up. And, I showed that I could be efficient as a high-volume player.
Now, you finished the season right then at 22-3. The overall record, you were one of the number one seeds in the WIAA Division II. And you were making a run, obviously. Unfortunately, it came to this point during that time for the quarantine and everything like that there. But overall, what did you kind of see from this team in your eyes, as well as your game just kind of being one of the go-to guys there this year?
Yeah, so, of course, during going to our playoff run, Jalen did come back from IMG. So, at that point, before he came back, I was playing a lot more, four. I was posting up a lot, because I was always the tallest guy. But when he came back, he took a little bit more of that role away. So I was able to bring the ball up a lot more, push it a lot more, shoot off the dribble a lot more. And, I got to take easier shots because I wasn't getting double teamed every time. So it really allowed me to show my ability to handle the ball a lot more. So, and also being a go-to guy late in the playoffs is, it's kind of a surreal feeling. Like you watch LeBron, you watch Mike, you watch Kobe take them tough shots, and now, you're in high school taking those tough shots. So, it's a real surreal feeling.
You talked about a little bit about your mentality and everything like that, kind of especially being one of the go-to guys, obviously, this year for your high school there. But what did it take to kind of have that mentality to take over and, play multiple positions, step up for your team, and, obviously look to compete for another state championship?
Yeah. So, the mentality, it's different. You go from, someone who is not a, main, option to someone who is. So, you got to want to put up 20 because at this point you need to. So, you got to kind of have that Mamba mentality in a sense because it's like, if you don't, your team has a higher chance of losing. So, the mentality is different, but I ultimately embraced it.
Now, a little bit about your recruitment there. You earned some offers early back in 2018 from programs like Rutgers and DePaul, from what I saw, and stuff like that. But now you have been a hot name, especially with the programs right there. First of all, how has it been just kind of getting all this attention and coaches coming your way and, continually just talking to you day after day and everything? How's it been for you?
So, it's been something, you want as a kid. We all want to play Division I basketball, But, once you start getting these offers, it's like, I actually can do it. And, once you start getting high major offers, schools you watch, Michigan State, for example, you watch them in the Final Four. You watch them play great teams. So it's things like that to where it's like, it's a feeling that it's kind of matched, but at the same time, I'm never satisfied and I want more, and I'm planning on getting more.
Has it kind of settled in, just kind of everything that's been going on with you?
I would say it hasn't, because, I feel like my mentality just won't let it. When I'm older, I'm sitting back, I realize, not a lot of kids get the opportunity to say that they have 15 Division I offers, 15 plus offers. So, right now it's not, because I'm still hungry, but I think later it definitely will kick in.
Now, first one, before we get into the schools that have offered recently, I wanted to talk about some of the schools that, offered in the past, really jumped on to you first and foremost there. What have they kind of been saying? What kind of relationship have you been able to develop over the years with them, and how strong have they been with you?
So with Rutgers and DePaul, I rarely have heard from them. I've heard from Rutgers a little bit. I have never really heard from DePaul. But, with Milwaukee, that's probably my strongest relationship with my earliest offers. They're on my phone every day. They're like, James, we were here first. We saw the potential first. And Coach Baldwin and Coach McGee, those are all really good guys. They hit me up, be the hometown hero. It's a lot of kids, who want to do that. And you have the opportunity to do that, come get us to an NCAA championship, things like that. So, the thing with Milwaukee is, it's early playing time, really early playing time, coming potentially as a starter. And, their thing is being a hometown hero, get the fans back, get Milwaukee back on the map.
What does that kind of mean to you, kind of when possibly being like the hometown kind of hero, playing in front of your family, playing just right there in your backyard?
I mean, that would be great, man. Honestly, I've thought about it a lot. It's something that I definitely keep in mind. I love my parents. I love my brothers and sister. So, it's like, I want to be close to home. But at the same time, it's really about fit. So location doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. But now with your recruitment, I would say the last month, 2 months and everything like that, you've earned offers from, I'm going to try to name them off here. So Auburn, Vanderbilt, Michigan State, Xavier, Virginia Tech, Georgia, Cincinnati, Missouri, Florida State, Wake Forest, Maryland. You just got one recently with Georgetown, correct?
Yep, just got Georgetown today.
So the list goes on, and I think there probably sounds like there could be more coming your way. But first of all, I just wanted to kind of get your overall thoughts on just some of those schools. What have they been saying to you early on, since they just have recently offered you?
The schools that I'm hearing from consistently are the ones, well, not consistently, like every single one of them pretty much. They're telling me, like, James, we really love your versatility. They love that. I'm a mismatch. I'm in a mismatch nightmare. If we like run a pick and roll, they put a guard on me, I can take them down to the post. If it's a slower big on me, I can take them out the perimeter. Guys really love my versatility. And what I'm hearing before they offer, coaches are just like, hey, James, we need to see some film on you, things like that. And then they check me out. They're like, why has anybody, offered you? Why has anybody heard of you? And, that kind of all jump-started with Maryland. It's kind of gone on from there.
What are your thoughts on some of these schools? Do these schools kind of stand out to you right now? I know it's still way early, but, maybe some of them may stand out to you or maybe catch your attention or anything like that.
Yeah, the ones that stand out doesn't mean, they're leading my recruitment or anything. I just want to say I put that out there. But, for the ones that are, it's like, I got offered from Tom Izzo. Like, that is a legendary top 5 coach, maybe top 3 coach of all time right there in college basketball, who's offering me a scholarship, right? So, that's something that's, like, crazy to say. Like, you watch Michigan State in the Final Four every other year. It's like, hey, you can go play for him. And then, like, Ewing, like, that's the NBA legend, Hall of Famer, Stackhouse, NBA player. Like, it's crazy. Some of these schools are surreal. Florida State, Coach Leonard Hamilton, a legendary coach, a racial, milestone. He does, he's broken so many barriers for Black people in coaching. So things like that. So, like, there's so many, great coaches and things and opportunities I have to play at the next level.
Have you been able to make any, I guess right now, virtual visits? That's kind of what's going on right there. Have you been able to make any of those or anything?
Dude, virtual visits are so hectic for me. I have recently, man, I've been having like 2 a day.
Really?
Like in the last week, man, it's been so crazy. Like every offer I get, I pretty much have a virtual at that school.
What you said? What schools have you been able to virtually visit and get a really good in-depth look at their program?
I virtually visited with Maryland, Wake Forest, Florida State, Missouri, Vanderbilt. I have one with Michigan State in literally 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's definitely Xavier, Cincinnati. I'm sure it's more, but those are the ones I name on top of my head. I pretty much had virtuals with.
It's a lot there. Obviously, there's going to be more.
I have Georgia.
Yeah, Georgetown, you said?
Georgia tomorrow.
Georgia. Gotcha. What outside the one schools that have offered you and everything like that, what are some of the what other schools have been showing interest your way?
Marquette, I was Iowa and Iowa State, Oregon, Butler. I think that's it right now that I've heard from. Oh, Michigan.
Okay, what have they been kind of saying to you or anything?
Pretty much their whole standpoint is they're like, hey, we're not going to jump on the bandwagon because you're hot right now. We're going to build a relationship with you. That's pretty much what they're all trying to say. But I built a relationship with all my offers, so it's not like these are one calls. So, I get it, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like a little like, come on. I build relationships with these schools. But, that's pretty much their standpoint. They're like, hey, we're not going to jump on you because you're hot. We can get you hot, but, we're going to build a relationship with you. That's kind of where they're coming from.
And that's got to be, respectable and everything that they really want to develop that relationship with you. Yeah. Do you have any schools that you do want to learn more about, maybe take a virtual visit or anything like that?
Yeah, I do want to get on one with Virginia Tech. I've definitely set that up. Georgetown, I'll set that up. I want to get another one Marquette because, I'm pushing for that Marquette offer. I have another one Auburn scheduled because, we're going to go a little bit more in depth. But, and I've done a virtual Auburn too. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. But, yeah, I'm going to do a lot.
And what are some of the factors that you're going to be looking at? Obviously, a lot's coming your way. It's all taking it in. But what are some of the key factors that you may be looking at early on and that will go into your overall decision?
Yeah, so, a part of playing with Jalen is, Jalen's been through it all. So when I'm talking to Jalen, he's like, hey, the school you pick is the one that, your Zoom is super personalized. They're talking to your parents consistently. They're talking to you consistently. You're getting calls from the head coach. That's the school who really wants you. So that's pretty much what he's been telling me. And I've been watching for that. Like, if I'm getting calls from the head coach weekly, the assistants are always talking to me, talking to my parents. The Zoom, like I know for a fact, like Cincinnati Zoom, it was like at least 4 or 5 edits of me. Like they put me in it. Like, it was crazy. So, I watched for all that stuff. So, the school who really takes the most time with you is the school that really wants you the most.
Do you have any time frame of when you may want to maybe narrow or decide anything?
Yep. So, regardless if I would have got these offers or not, I was looking to commit for my senior year. But since I have a list to narrow now, I'm really looking to narrow it soon. Because, I talked to Izzo, as my guy, kind of. We were just talking. We were like, hey, I was telling him, I was like, man, I won't put Michigan State in my top 10 because, I won't have a top 10. I don't see how the players who, drop top 10s or top 15s. I'm like, how do you have strong relationships with 10 or 15 schools? So, with me, I want to narrow my list down to at least 6 or 7, strong relationships, and that's what I'm looking to do soon. But I'm definitely looking to commit still before my senior year. I'm going to go into my senior year as a commit.
I got you. So my last question is for people that maybe haven't seen your game there or anything like that there, how would you best describe what you can what you can bring to the court and what you hope to bring up to a future program?
Yeah. So my idol is Carmelo Anthony. So, of course, I play a ton like Melo. From top of the key, I got a ton of setbacks and side steps in the arsenal, crossovers. I like to shoot threes off the dribble. I'm a confident three-point shooter. I'm good off the pick and roll. Either I'm setting screen or coming off. I love coming off, curls and stuff like that to shoot shots. And my best attribute, in my opinion, is my ISO game in the mid-post. I watch Melo, so, of course I got that mid-range, in the bag. That's how I get a majority of my points is, mid-range ISOs. I got a quick release, so. And I'm a really good defender. I pride myself on the defensive end of the ball. I might not be there laterally yet. I'm working on that like crazy. But I have a 7'2" wingspan, so it really helps me with my foot speed. I don't have to get all the way up on you to contest your shot, which is great.
Well, James, you've been one of the hottest topics there. Obviously, you got the attention of college programs everywhere. More offers will be coming your way and everything like that. So it sounds like you're going to be a busy man these coming months here. So we'll be – congrats to everything, though.
I really appreciate you so much.
Appreciate it there. So thank you again for joining us on the Phenom Focus here. James, you'll be one to keep track of, and we got plenty more coming your way.
I really appreciate you. Have a good one, man.
Thank you.